How's it going, guys? LevelMDiecast. Welcome to today's video. Might be time to purge. It might be time to refocus. It might be time to reevaluate the collection. Now, one of the things that I hear from a lot of guys, at least nowadays, and you guys can, comment or let me know if you hear this or not. I've gotten to a lot of feedback from guys where they're like, you know what? I can go out and I can spend $15, $20, $30. I'll buy, 10 or 15 main lines, whatever. Maybe buy a Hot Wheels 5-pack, a couple premiums maybe. Or I can take that same amount of money and I can go buy Mini GT. I can go buy Pop Race. I can go buy Tarmac. I can go buy Inno 64. Okay. Hobby Japan. Okay. There's so many options for higher end diecast nowadays that it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to just dump a bunch of money into $1 cars. Now, I am a little bit different because I am like a kid in a candy store. I love everything diecast. I love everything that has to do with diecast. I see something, I want to buy it. I want it in my collection. And as soon as I find something, maybe it'd be new or something maybe I haven't seen before, I look into it and then suddenly it's like I got to have them all. I buy one car and then suddenly I need to have all of them. And then as soon as I get all those cars, I realize maybe I didn't really like this as much as I thought. Maybe I wasn't too into this as much as I thought. And usually that happens when I get stuff for cheap and then I look into it and then I spend the money to get like the harder to find versions. Like say for instance you walked into a store one day and they still made the Thunder Roller, okay? Hot Wheels Thunder Roller. And you said, that's pretty cool, I'm going to buy it. Okay, so you buy the Thunder Roller. Then suddenly you're like, you know what, I want all the Thunder Rollers. And then you go out and you look. And you're going to realize most Thunder Rollers are between $100 and $200 a piece. So if you want to hunt all those down, you certainly can. But at the end of the day, did you buy it just because you thought it was cool? Or did you buy it because you truly like it and you truly want to collect it and it's really part of your collection? I think that's where a lot of people are nowadays. Which is why I've been in room 164 for the past few days, because I've been trying to figure out, what do I still want to collect? What do I not want to collect? What do I want to move off? And what can I not live out? My Mini GT, I'm going to die with it. Okay. My Matchbox, I'm going to die with it. My Majorette, I'm going to die with those. Okay. Those are never going anywhere. Okay. I would sell my house before I sold those. We'll put it that way. No, I'm not serious. I'm just joking. I wouldn't live on the streets for those because then I'd have nowhere to put them. They need to be on display. But anyways, I'm trying to figure out what I want to keep. And I don't necessarily want to keep dollar cars. That's kind of where I'm at. But I don't want to get rid of them either because there are some pretty nice ones. Hot Wheels made a lot of good stuff. My Matchbox collection is completely different. I'm mainly talking about Hot Wheels and everything else like that. So what I did is I did kind of an experiment with myself and I decided, well, what if I just rearrange everything? What if I just go through, maybe put my hands on each card and say, yeah, keep or not keep or whatever? It was not a good idea. It was really not a good idea. I pulled a lot of stuff out of the display cases, but I don't want to get rid of them. And I have so many different versions and so many variations of some models that who knows? Who knows what to do with those? Who knows what to do with those? There's less and less people collecting that lower end stuff nowadays. People are collecting higher end diecast. That's why people always want supers. It's higher end, but they want supers and they want chase pieces. They want car culture stuff. They want M2s or whatever. Some green light. Green light is definitely higher in diecast, but it doesn't have the following that a lot of other stuff does. But most people are going for Tarmac, Pop Race, Mini GT, all these brands that are really dominating the market, to be honest with you. But their price is up there. So like, for instance, if you want to get that new Lamely Challenger Liberty Walk wide body, that's going to set you back $20. Okay. Plus shipping if you buy it online. If you get lucky enough to find it in store, $20, there you go. Okay. The problem is that if you look at that versus about 14 or 15 main lines to make $15, what is really worth it? Do you want the 14 or 15 main lines, or do you want that one really nice car, with its box and all that stuff like that, really good detail, all that kind of stuff? Most people are going for the one car for $20 rather than the mainline stuff. Now, The stores don't show that, because you go to the store and every peg is always empty all the time. All the time. That's why I don't even do peg hunt videos anymore, because the pegs are empty all the time. You go to the store, it's the exact same cars on the exact same pegs every single time. Never fails. Never fails. If there is something that comes out, they stock a case. If you're the first one there, good. If somebody hit that case and they don't want what you want, then you're good. But if somebody hits that case and they buy all the good stuff, or they buy all the stuff that maybe you wanted, you're not going to see another case stocked at that store for probably 3 weeks. And then they're going to get one case. And then if you're not that person, there you go again. So it's not like back in the day when, pre-COVID time, when we used to see 20, 30, 40 cases at a time delivered to a Walmart. There was plenty for everybody. Obviously the first person scooped up all the supers, that's fine. But anybody who wanted any other main lines in there, there was plenty. There was plenty. Nowadays, you get lucky. Like, for instance, I found one in case today. I'm sorry, in case. 2023 in case. Completely picked through. There's a couple cars left. But one case. That's it. They only got one case. Pegs are empty, but they got one case. So that's kind of where I'm at. So, with that being said, this is my little experiment. This is kind of a little bit of what I experimented on trying to do. I don't like it. I don't mind the fact that they're sorted. I don't like mixing brands. I just don't like mixing brands, because every single one is a different quality. So you get a different flavor with it. Now, obviously 90% of these are Hot Wheels, but then like you go right here and you have a Sparky, and then there's a Hot Wheels right next to it. And clearly you can tell there's a clear difference between the two. BMW, I like the fact that there's all these Beamers in here, and it looks good. A lot of M cars and stuff like that. It's pretty much all Hot Wheels except for, one Schuko right here. But, it looks good. But at the same time, I'm kind of looking at it like, oh, do I really want all these? Like, I really want like these guys, or would I rather have the premium? I just picked up that Forza one too. Like, I just got that one. Like, I don't know. You got Audi over here and stuff like that. So I cleared out an entire case. That used to be all race car stuff. I cleared this whole first case out. And moved a bunch of stuff over here. This is like all the premiums I've been pulled up lately and whatnot. I just put them in there for now because I don't have anywhere else to put them. Trying to figure out what I want to do. That's like a GM case there. I still have my 30s cars up here. Still one of my favorite parts. So those Hot Wheels are definitely never going anywhere. Absolutely love those. There's so many variations. I still have so many I don't have. Still got to hunt down. So those freaking 90s, I think they're 96 treasure hunts, I think. Maybe 95 treasure hunts. There's a Duesenberg, and then there's the freaking Rolls Royce. These ones are rough. Now, the biggest reason why I really was evaluating this is because I want somewhere to put my Tomica, and I don't have anywhere else to put it. There's nowhere to display it. These boxes just happen to perfectly fit in these 3 cases I have down here. So I can put the box and the model, box and model, box and model, because it's important to have the box with it, in my opinion. So if I do that, I can fit all of my Tomica in there, and I'm super happy. The problem is what do I do with all the cars that are in there? If I move all those cars up here, there's clearly not enough space for all those cars. Now, if you may have caught this on the glimpse, you may say, well, Level M, you have an empty case right there. Well, I do. I do have an empty case. Here's the problem, though. Mini GT dominates everything, okay? I have 3 cases right there, all Mini GT, okay? Boom, boom, boom. Then I have 3 cases there, and then I have 3 cases there, and then I have 2 cases down here, and they are full. They are full. There's a handful of spots in some of them, but they are full. And there's tons of Mini GT stuff coming. As a matter of fact, I just put in a pretty sizable order for some diecast stuff today. I bought a bunch of the new muscle machines, which I still like. I bought that new Shelby transporter from Mini GT. There was one Mini GT I was missing, which is the red Civic Type R. I got that one. And then there's a bunch of Greenlight. A bunch of Greenlight, because I'm so far behind in Greenlight. Because the vendors that I normally use for Greenlight are pretty much dragging their feet on getting stuff out. And there's plenty of stuff on eBay, and it's just, eBay is really expensive. It's different when you buy from a website and they charge you a flat shipping fee no matter what you order, versus eBay where it's like, hey, your first car is $6-7. You're like, okay. It's like second car is like $2. You're like, okay. But like every other car is $2. So it's like, okay, well, I'm spending $7 on a car plus $2 to ship every single car. You're putting them all in one box. You can't tell me it costs that much money. It's ridiculous. So that's where I'm at. There's a lot of stuff coming. Green light is very important. Mini GT is even more important. Matchbox still remains the most important. But Hot Wheels has got to go. Older Hot Wheels. Not super old, but like, you know, like 90s Hot Wheels. All the weird stuff I've been collecting for a long time. The good thing is I got them for cheap. And that means I can let them go for cheap. If I can even find a buyer for them. Which, I got to find somebody like me who's like, ooh, candy. Ooh, candy. So, last thing on the list, in case you guys are wondering what I'm doing with the studio, I haven't done jack squat, to be honest with you. I did get some new equipment, got some new lighting, got some new mic stuff. So, I'm going to get that stuff all set up. It's going to look pretty good. Hopefully I can get rid of that circle glare I have on everything. I know that probably drives people nuts. It certainly drives me nuts. Got all of the stuff framed that I have sitting around here so I can get that stuff hung up. Still have these 2 cases right here to hang up to put some higher end stuff in. Probably going to be Matchbox Collectors RLC stuff. I'm not really sure where I'm going to put them. Probably going to put them here. And then of course, you know, just the storage room. Nothing fancy with that room. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. That's kind of the update. That's kind of the rant. The blah, blah, blah. Couple things coming in the pipeline. I got new Matchbox moving parts. So we're going to have that soon. And, well, when I get that big haul next week, it's going to be a doozy. It's going to be a doozy. So until that time, we're going to roll out. Thanks for listening to me ramble. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you as always. And catch you on the next video here at Level M. Peace.